You're listening to the Jay Bird Watching Podcast, the official podcast of jaysjournal.com and fansided.com. We are the official ballroom chat for everything Toronto Blue Jays baseball, from game highlights to rumors and all the stuff in between. Here's your host, Craig Borden, with co-host Jason Lyons and Liz McGuire. Now let's talk some Toronto Blue Jays baseball.
Hello and good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is to be a Blue Jays fan. It is Game 6 of the American League Championship Series. I am your host, Craig Borden, and with you as always, my buddy, Jason Lyons. How the fudge are you?
How's it going, everybody? Good, man. Great day for baseball. Lots of people talking about it. Lots of people, I've had nothing but calls and stuff this morning about it. And yeah, it's amazing, man. It's fun when you're in it, and it's also, very stressful and all that other stuff. So, I'm excited. Big game today, and I like Yusevich on the bump today. I was talking to somebody last night, and I feel like they'll probably warm Bassett up, I would think, like Bassett was starting. I think he'll probably, before the game, do everything he would do as if he was starting. And then I'm pretty sure that they will have a fairly short leash for Trey, unless he's just mowing him down. I mean, if he's motoring through guys, then, maybe you let him get through the lineup twice and then start to look to Lauer or Bassett to come in. I even heard that that Scherzer will be in the as a potential. So all hands on deck, as they say.
Exactly. Nobody's off limits was the exact wording from John Schneider.
I do that all the time.
Too many Johns, man.
I know.
So on that note, I do agree with that statement wholeheartedly, though, because at the end of the day, this is do or die. You have to win today so that there is a tomorrow. So everybody should be in this game. And to the point of everybody should be in this game, there was a certain gentleman that took a 97-mile-an-hour burner off of his knee the other day, Jason, that is penciled in at the number 1 spot, DHing George Springer.
Yeah.
He's there.
I think that it's similar, when the Canucks were in the playoff or in the Stanley Cup final way back, Trevor Linden could barely skate. And one of the famous Jim Robson quotes was, he'll play on crutches. And I feel like that's what Springer would do. I feel like you would have to, the way that he's going right now and the sort of want he has for this team to make it to the World Series, I think you'd have to, peel him off his deathbed to not play. So I'm excited. I think he's gonna bring some energy. I think he's gonna bring some jam. We all know what that would feel like to get hit with a pitch that fast right in the kneecap.
I've taken one off of my knees like 90, near close to that.
Yep. Yeah.
We're talking 70s at the most.
So it's,
it didn't feel good.
It'd sting. And it's probably pretty swollen today, but they have professionals to take care of that stuff. So exactly. I figure we'll see full clip George. And I know that we haven't had a cast since the disaster in Seattle, the debacle in Seattle, but
we need to talk about that.
Yeah, for sure. But I feel good about today. I feel like they're excited. The city appears to be they were showing some reports already that, the city is electric right now and people are excited for it. And so Who knows, man? Who knows what's going to happen?
Hey, no tomorrow.
Yeah,
gotta play like that. It's period how it is right now. So Blue Jays have been here before. They know how this. They are the comeback kids, man. I'm only so anxious about it. I'm more nervous, but excited nervous, because I do feel like there's something gonna happen today. I've had a few vibes that have happened today. It's like, okay, good, something might happen. And then how fitting would it be that the Blue Jays come back and win this game on Jose Bautista's birthday of all things?
Yes, I saw that earlier.
Moons are aligned, my friend.
I think a bit. Could we see another big bat toss today? Maybe hoping so.
Yeah, I think we need to have some this discussion on the fact that on the previous cast of this kind of a magnitude that we had, it was on the eve of the Dodgers-Yankees World Series, and we called a certain Freddie Freeman style Kirk Gibson home run I do not see any reason why George Springer would not want to would rather not run the bases and just
walk him,
deposit one into the Rogers Center seats.
Maybe every time he goes up. Now, and can we just for a second talk about what an alien Shohei Ohtani is? Like,
emphasis on alien.
He hit a ball out of the stadium. 3 guys have done it in the history of that stadium being a stadium, which has been a long time, people.
Yes. In case you weren't aware.
And he threw what, 7 or 6 6 innings,
So big.
Like, what in the hell? They don't even look like they're trying right now. Like,
yeah.
Have you ever seen a cat get a mouse and it's just kind of playing around with it like this? And it lets it go for a minute and then it brings it back. And that's what it looks like. They're just uninterested. They're just really, really, really awesome at baseball. Like,
yeah.
God,
I equate the funny enough because we were talking about we had a very extensive talk with Bob File about the Phillies Karen, the one episode. There was a very Brewers problem. And it angered the baseball gods in game 2. And I just, first off, just what the fudge. I can't even imagine saying anything even remotely in the ballpark to this. And more or less a Army veteran. It just happens to be a Latino American. This psycho, whatever, I'll just say, insert horrible verb here.
Yeah.
Says, why don't we call ICE and get you out of here, or whatever it was. And she's since lost her job and all these other horrible things. There was a moment in this Mariners series recently with a certain person that we were just referring to that got punked and heard the whole Seattle nation collectively go boo the whole time he was, laying on the ground like he was stalling for something. Don't screw with the baseball gods, my friend. They might come back and karma bite you.
Yeah, baseball has a tendency to do that. And I mean, I feel like this is the crux of me not liking Seattle sports is I don't like Seahawks fans. I think that the way that they go about their business it's lame. I don't like it. I don't like the constant noise. I don't like the all of it. And I've been down there as a Niners fan and as a no fan. And I don't know. I assume I haven't been to a lot of NFL games, and I think that probably the NFL brings out the bad side in people or the worst side in people. But I felt like that was one of those moments, and I actually thought Lo Profito he looked good when he came in, and I was like, maybe this will be the moment, but better today. I mean, if George can put a couple out or even get on a couple of times and get the engine running like he does, then I mean, awesome. I think we've been pretty clear about this. Is the Mariners are not a bad baseball team. If you can keep them in the yard, they're very beatable. But that's a tough task.
But to that point, Aguino Suarez beat us the other night. Let's just be abundantly clear with that.
I mean, that Grant's like, how does that ball get out? Like he barely hits it to Oppo.
Hopes and dreams.
And it makes it out. And I mean, if you want to unpack the Brandon Little stuff now?
I think we need to, because that's in the comment section. So first off, Mike, good to see you.
Troy,
Jesse, I see you in the TikTok world over there too.
Yep.
So thank you all for joining us. We got already almost 100 of you across the board. So we greatly appreciate you. So let's dive into that, because Jason, let me just set the scenario for you a little bit before we talk on this whole thing. So at the time in the game, we are winning 2-1. It's a very close game heading into the 8th. For whatever reason, the decision was made that we're going to flip Cal Riley around to the right side of the plate. That was the decision that was made.
And Polanco, right? Polanco,
correct.
Switches.
And to that point, fine, great. That was the strategy. But I just question the fact that why was it Brandon Little of all those people? Because then the other things outside of that piece, flipping them around, it was this, okay, great. You just potentially lost your best player on this team 10 seconds before that, and George Springer going down to an injury. You have, obviously the meat of the order. The one thing that, regardless, I knew soon as Brandon Little came in, and maybe this is the Bills fan in me, and I just don't know how good things happen to me in sports. I knew this was going to happen. I'm like, something's going to happen. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be bad for the Blue Jays.
I'll tell you this much. I was sitting here with my good friend Joe Kachura and my good friend Chris Randall. And there was a camera on I feel like it might have been J-Rod, and Little was warming up, and I said out loud, what the hell is he doing warming up? And we talked about it as, you know, we were like, oh my God, they're not really considering. And then that was when they came back and they were showing him warming up. And I was like, what could you possibly be thinking of here? And then,
to me, it's just like there were so many other people available. If you wanted to put a good lefty in, I would have rather rode and died with freaking Eric Lauer. I love Eric Lauer.
I mean,
he's just sitting
what's
there.
His name? Fluharty. I mean, he's out there.
Fluharty's been ice in his veins. This is the Shohei Ohtani
boggles
thing
my mind
early in the year.
It boggles my mind that they would consider that. I mean, that's got to go by 3 guys in the dugout too, right? Like, I mean, if Schneider says it, you know, Pete Walker has to say, I agree with you. I think that's a good idea. And, you know, Mike's pretty bang on. He has been dog poop, which is awesome. Hilarious.
People in the comment, check out the comments.
Dog poop. I don't see the logic in trying to get them to flip. And then they're talking about, oh, well, they put him in to get to Josh Naylor. Why? Like, what are we worried about the third
Josh
guy?
Naylor.
Yeah. Like, he's done nothing all game. What are you worried about? You know, so
and none of them had done anything all game up to that point.
No, and I feel bad
by putting you have 13 pitchers on this roster. You put the 13th ranked of the 13 gentlemen on the mound, and then the thing that kills me about this, Jason, I don't care who you would have put in. You could have put in any of those other pitchers. And the one thing that I would have been able to walk away from is, let's just say the baseball gods were not shining upon us in this moment. And this same thing unfolds with whoever the hell ends up being on the mound. The best thing I would have been able to say in that situation is, well, at least we had our best guy out.
Yeah.
I can't even say that.
I mean, I think that it's even more irresponsible as a manager. Like Chris, who was here with me, we've coached a lot together, and he just kept saying over and over again, why are you trying to cater to the third guy up that inning? Like, what are you thinking?
It's not
Aaron Judge.
He didn't get any.
No
outs.
And he didn't get Naylor either. Like, I mean, the guy that you brought to pitch to. And I hate that Sir Anthony had to go into that situation because it chips away at his confidence. I mean, that wasn't a bad
inning fresh.
Yeah,
I think he crushes it.
He's fine. And so my feeling is, you know, we've talked about this a couple of times. Like in the 2 losses, of course, you know, there were some bad decisions made. But it's one of those things where you have to just trust the guys that got, you know, that got you there. And for Schneider to say, oh, you know, at the start of the year, well, it's not the start of the year. And these are much more important games. And he's proven, I think the stat was that they said he has given up 3 runs per inning pitched in the playoffs or something like that, which is, I mean, I feel like I could do better than that. Like, I you know what I mean?
It's because they wouldn't be able to hit the slow ball, bud.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you know, maybe you can't hit 75.
Maybe a knuckler.
So, but it's, I don't know. It was so maddening. And it was such a, like, just the air came out of everything. And you're just like, why? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Anyway, without beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
That was my thought. And I was very so my point was, and this is how I summarized it to everybody I talked to, is like, let's say you and I Jason, we decide to go to the, you know, a theme park. You know, it's a theme park that's only roller coasters. There's 13 roller coasters. Why would you pick the one that's already broken to be the one you and I go on?
Yeah, I know. It's
you knew you were going to ride a roller coaster.
Yeah, bag of glass.
Busted one.
Again, I mean, I think that, you know, I think there was there's definitely been a lot of positives, even though they did lose that game. Like, up to that point in that game, there have been a lot of positives. There've been a lot of really strong play. You know, some guys
not break through in that game. That was the problem. It had nothing to do with them not getting anybody on.
That bases loaded thing was the weirdest.
With runners in scoring position in that game. So, but yes, I think that's to your point, it's not like the offense dried up. They just couldn't get that breakthrough hit outside of Alejandro Kirk motoring around third at warp speed.
Mike Wazowski.
So the maple beef has got to apparently get to his dinner, is what I saw.
Yeah, he was wheeling. He was wheeling. I mean, it was, and the night before, he almost chased down what's his Santander. He was rumbling right behind him. But yeah, I mean, again, and this goes to a lot of the mental stuff that we try and do with our kids and all the rest of it. They just have to pure flush. Like, you flush that, and if you look at the Jays from this year, they won 2 games in a row a lot. Like, I would say the majority of they won a lot of 2 games back to back. I'm excited for the opportunity to see, Yusevich maybe try and motor this thing home himself. I think it would be huge for him and for his career and for all of those things. But I feel like the talk this morning was that they're more ready than they appeared to be in that game, and they have a game plan that they're going to stick to. If the wheels come off and Seattle scores 3 or 4 in the first inning, then, you unload the complete artillery at them. Like, I mean, everything you've got goes at them. I don't care if it's Hoffman in the second inning. I don't care what it is. You go at them.
You win.
Yeah, you win at all costs.
So the one thing that I had some friends that were obviously talking betting, and one of my buddies is 1,000% the guru of betting on strikeout pitchers. He was like, hey, Yusevich, I love that kid. What are we going to get out of him tonight? And I'm like, well, what was the over and the under? And the over and the under was only on 4.5 strikeouts. And I'm like, take the over.
Yeah.
The Mariners swing at everything, and they do. And if he stays in for 3 innings, he's going to hit 4 strikeouts. So there's that. But the reason that I'm saying this with the utmost confidence is every level that Trey Yusevich has pitched in this year, he has had that stinker. And the start afterwards was immaculate.
Yeah.
And he has found a way. He is a very fast learner, which is why he's gotten to the level he has gotten to this year, Jason.
Yeah.
The Seattle Mariners, with a real strike zone maybe tonight, are going to see a different pitcher tonight.
Yeah, and I feel like he was lacking a little bit of confidence in that last start. He just wasn't getting that bite on the ball. I mean, I feel like, I don't think the Jays would go to him today if they didn't feel confident in him. Like, I don't think they're just doing it to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I feel like they are thinking like we are, like Trey's going to take this thing and he's just jam it right down their throats, and we're on to game 7.
Exactly.
You don't want to look too far ahead, but I mean, I feel like there's a few guys that have just been, have been so crucial this year. And I feel like Yusevich makes himself part of that, part of the story tonight. Like, I feel like we've had our big Vladdy moment. Hopefully there's more to come. I agree with Mike. I think Kirky is probably due for a pretty good game today. And then the other guy I just have the strangest feeling about today is Varsho. I feel like he's going to go off, like maybe a multiple home run game, or a couple of extra like triple, like double. Or I'm feeling double or triple.
He has been hitting the ball so hard,
just squaring it up.
Series.
He hit one, didn't he hit one 113 or something right at somebody?
Yeah, and then the one he hit that actually was for a hit later in that game was hard off the wall in game 5.
Yeah.
So it was just, I don't know, game 4. But either way, he's been squaring the ball up so well. I'm wondering what it has to boil up. You can't keep making that kind of good hard contact and not get something
right. And I mean,
it's crazy.
Have you seen the lineup so far? So it's
I got it right here in front of me.
Springer DH, Luke's left field, Guerrero.
It's very typical.
Kirk behind the dish, Varso in center, Clement at 3, Barger in right, Kiner Flucker, Chicken and Waffles at second, and Jimenez at short. Now, you got to give yourself a little bit of props here, buddy. I feel like you may have he has been on fire ever since I had him as your pick to
I might actually win.
I hope you do. So it's, I think that, and I liked Jimenez's this thing at the end. Did you see that? I don't know what it is, but it made me laugh.
Exactly.
I feel like this team has a lot of gut. And I feel like we're going to see it today. I feel like we're going to see guys living and dying out there. And it's great. It's crazy. So, I mean, it
one
should be
thing that
game.
I'm actually very happy about in the midst of all the horrible that happened the other night. Joey Loperfido got the playoff jitters out of that from being the last out the other night. He had to come in and play for Springer at the DH, ran for him, and then he did get a plate appearance that following inning. And I think there's something to say for him being the new guy in the dugout for the postseason, even though he was the rider. If somebody got hurt, he was the come back in the next game thing. He was so clutch all season. And I'm wondering if he comes back into this game or whatever it might be just to, have that big moment. And we got that piece out of the way the other day with him just unfortunately looking like he was trying to hit water swinging out of the boat and it just couldn't happen. So you're muted, bud.
Oh yeah, sorry, man. We had we have a child who needs to be picked up from a sporting event, and we're just trying.
Whenever you're ready to go, bud.
Do regular life. No, we're all good. I mean, it's the boys had combine testing today for baseball, so
nice.
But yeah, I mean, it's I think that there's just so many things that are going into a game like this, and I mean, this is why you watch sports, right? Like, I mean, this game 6s, game 7s, all that stuff. That's why we watch it, and that's it's the driver. It's amazing. Like the Jays make that mistake, and it's all anybody's been talking. Like it's dominating everything. So it's
because it was almost like self-sabotage. That is the problem and why it felt like it was. Like I said, I would have rather rode any other roller coaster that I could have rode, and then at least I could have said, like I said.
I do think it was interesting how angry Pilar was, how angry Joe Siddle I thought might come through the TV and actually
felt like he was yelling right at me.
Damage to somebody. It was funny when they came back. I feel terrible. I can't remember the girl's name that's in the middle on the panel. It'll come to me anyways. But the two of them were so like steam. And Jamie Campbell comes back and he's like, you can kind of feel it in the room here. Like, and
just like only like Jamie can present.
The guys on the field were mad. I mean, Blair and Barker, they were physically mad at things. And I love that that's happening right now. And that, that we have that passion for this thing. It's going to be a good one tonight.
Yeah. And it's just insane. Like I said, it felt like, let's just let all the air out of the tires. Don't worry about it. You'll still get there. Right.
Yeah.
So, but it's what it is, I guess, at the end of the day. And it's baseball. I just don't like the sabotaging yourself thing. So, but we got over 100 people in the chat. Hit us up, everybody. I'm watching all the TikToks and everything like that, so that you're on. So hit us up. Jason and I got a few more minutes here to chit chat and whatnot and talk, and go from there. But Bud, it's going to be huge what's going on tonight. And the one thing I'm looking forward to is hearing like in stereo tonight how loud the Rogers Center is going.
Yeah, that's
Skydome Thunder.
I'm excited about that too. I mean, it's a great. It seems like such a great stadium right now. I don't know. Like Liz isn't here. Is she still on the road or is she in Toronto today?
For all I know, she stole tickets to the game.
Yeah, she probably did. But it's it's one of those things where you're like, you want that for your city. And, it's even fun here to, like people are now starting to reach out and like, where are you watching the game? You know what I mean? Where I don't know if I've ever seen that for a Blue Jays game, certainly. But it's awesome. It's cool. I'm excited about it.
Direct quote from Kevin Gossman is wonderful social media fun. Let's go Blue Jays fans. We need you to bring the energy tonight. If I see someone sitting, I will throw gum at you.
Yeah. Great call. It's such a fun thing. Like it just, even to see the people of Seattle, like finally getting theirs a bit, like, they haven't been to the World Series ever. And, for them to feel sort of some of that magic that we felt as Jays fans a couple of times this year and through the series, especially in the one against the Yankees. But it's pretty awesome, and it's something that you want so badly, and then you have trouble dealing with with the results when you don't like it. But
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I'm hoping that, and I said this during the week. I think win, lose, or draw, it's been a hell of a season for the Jays. They've done a lot of growing. I by no means am I counting them out at this point.
No.
All I'm saying is that you see a lot of overreaction from things, and I feel like this is a year where you could actually say that's that it was a hell of a year. So yeah, I mean it's I think
a hell of a roller coaster.
Yeah, it has it ever. I mean, think back to June, and it's just been amazing, the up and down and up and down. But yeah,
you got one more up, I hope.
That's two more,
my friend.
I'd like to have two more ups. And then it's crazy to think about, like what we were saying with the Dodgers and Shohei. Like, I mean, it's such a daunting task now to get out of here. Like, you get past Seattle, awesome, but you have to go up and you basically have to play against an all-star team. I mean, I would put
have to
that
save
team
baseball up. Jason. We have to save baseball because you hear the speech.
the one about the
freaking Dave Roberts and his post-game interview or whatever. He's going, remember that time you all said that the Dodgers were going to ruin baseball? Well, we're going to ruin baseball.
Yeah.
Right here. It's like, they might not be wrong.
I thought it was amazing to watch the replay of Dave Roberts stealing a base. Like, that's not even 20 years ago. Like, that's crazy to me.
And everybody knew he was going to do it.
Yeah.
That's the crazier thing.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, fun, to anybody that's out there, if you guys go to the game today, or if you're going to be downtown or anything, send us pictures of what's going on downtown Toronto. Like, we love that stuff in our feed. You can send it to the Discord. You can send it to us, on any of our socials. If you're at the game, there's the Discord up there in the corner. That's the kind of stuff that's super fun for us to see, because I'm in Vancouver and Craig is in Buffalo. So it's, I think it'll be an exciting game. I'm trying to meal plan for it right now. I don't like to eat when I get nervous about games. So,
meanwhile, I did the exact opposite. I just crushed like 4 pieces of pizza, 12 chicken wings, and a bunch of beer. I'm like,
that's actually what I was kind of feeling like is chicken wings. Actually, I might get some chicken wings going. But
to quote my uncle, if I eat anything else, I might be uncomfortable.
Yeah, there you go.
So anyway, Jason, is there anything you would like to get off your chest or talk on, or we'll just give it Let's Go Blue Jays as we wrap everything up here?
Yeah, I think just, I think that we just you gotta concentrate good vibes. You got to keep the faith tonight. And, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And this is the last part of it. You can sort of see the end. And I'm really excited. I'm really hoping for a really exciting game today, and then another exciting one tomorrow. It's unless, of course, the Jays come out and put up like 8 in the first inning, and then
won't be wrong with that.
Yeah, then I'll take that too. But I just
Logan Gilbert's no slouch, but they have figured out a way to get to him the other game, and I do think that will continue, because even like I said last night, it was just not coming through was the problem. I think tonight with the crowd behind him, a lot more will be a little bit different than the Friday night game.
I agree.
Then I'm going to be in my lucky spot this time instead of at a fancy dressed up shirt and, tie event.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to making sure I do my pregame rituals and, rabbit's foots, don't change the underwear, whatever it might be. That is the good luck charm that you are going to figure out.
With the gray. I switched it up. The other day. I had the 3-panel on, and I switched it up to the gray. And as soon as we did, we started winning. So I've been sticking with the gray. For today, so we'll see.
Yep, a little extra luck, everybody. So thank you very much, Blue Jays fans. Obviously, let's go Blue Jays. If you have not yet joined our wonderful fun with the Discord here, check the wonderful QR code that is just over my right shoulder, top right of the screen, and we can talk obviously all evening through the game. That is the whole point. Make sure you join us in the current game chat, and we will obviously have a fun place to hang out. And
I'll do my best to be in there.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm bad at it.
Don't stress.
I'm bad at
it. I just have a place to chit chat with everybody. I like it. So on that note, everybody, make sure you join in. Catch us here. We're gonna be probably doing one of these tomorrow, if not something here in the near future, depending how everything shakes out. We will talk to you soon. And obviously, let's go Blue Jays.
Indeed.
Woo. Thank you for listening to the Jay Bird Watching Podcast. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch at BirdwatchingGC, and our YouTube channel. If you want to support the show and get extra content, please consider joining to our Patreon at patreon.com/birdwatchinggc. Go Jays, go.
Woo!